Here are 10 questions you should ask to see if you live in a strong town. 1. If you take a picture of your main street, are there more people than there are cars? If the answer is no, then really consider how many of those cars could be replaced by people and how that would impact our ability to generate wealth in town. 2. If there was a revolution in town, do you think people would know instinctively where to gather? A better way to ask this is if your town has places like a town square or a park that people enjoy gathering in. 3. Now imagine your favorite street didn't exist in town. Would that street be able to get built today with the current policies and standards in place? We have to consider the policies that are currently in place that hinder construction that would allow for streets like that to get built in our towns. 4. Let's say you own a single-family home and have elderly parents who want to come and live with you, but you don't want them living inside your space. Are those people able to build a backyard cottage or some sort of attached apartment unit to the home? 5. If the largest employer left town, would the city have been able to exist without them? A strong town is built up by many hands and through many industries that are diversified. 6. Is it safe for children to walk or bike to school or do really any other activity without adult supervision in town? When we have these shared spaces with drivers, people walking and cycling, we need to consider how those spaces can be safe and built to be safe for everybody to use. That way, kids can feel safe walking around our streets, they have more independence, and parents have peace of mind. 7. Are there neighborhoods around town that would reasonably allow for 3 generations of families to live within walking distance of each other? If we allowed our neighborhoods to develop triplexes and duplexes and fourplexes and cottage courts, that people would be able to live in different conditions without having to fork over hundreds of thousands of dollars. 8. If theoretically you wanted to eat only locally produced food in your town for a month, could you? Let's define local as within a 100-mile radius and caveat that with obviously things grow seasonally. But the idea here is to see how your town would face against volatility in transportation or food costs. So being able to have ownership over things like production and transportation gives your town more strength long term. 9. Before building new infrastructure, does your town make it clear how they're going to be paying for that infrastructure long term? Even though we get transparent budget reports at the end of the year, we have a very limited understanding of what the trajectory of our spending is year over year. So talking to your local leaders and advocating for the use of things like the budget decoder so that you can have a better understanding of the trajectory of your city's finances will give us a better understanding of whether or not that highway expansion that's been proposed in town is really a good investment for everybody. And 10. Does the city government spend no more than 10% of its locally earned revenue on debt? And this is what really wraps it all together. A town that is strong offers financial stability, job opportunities, and opportunities for growth that are coming from a way that are not fully dependent on outside services or investors.